Ecamm fam, what's good, y'all? Happy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever day it is that you're watching this, and welcome to another episode of Marshall Creates with Ecamm. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I know we had some technical difficulties last week where my system kind of went haywire when I was using continuity camera, but I think I worked it out. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if I sound good, if I sound nice and crispy. Let me say hey to some of you guys. What is good? Got Ecamm Live. Maybe this is Katie. If it is, hello. Whoever it is, hello. We got David in the house. Thank you, my brother, for joining in. And I see you've been watching the series from Alec. That is awesome. We're going to talk about that in a second. Andy, what is good, my brother? Welcome. It's good to see you here. Thank you so much for tuning in, Mr. Moderator. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Yes, I've been making some changes. And I told you guys on episode 1, you will be seeing behind the scenes of me getting this studio together. So I don't have a lot to report just yet, but we will be kind of going over it little by little as I make changes. So, I know it'll take some time to get it to where I need it to be, but you may see slight changes from week to week as I get the studio together. I'm getting rid of this huge palm that I have right here. You guys don't know how huge it is, but I got a fake plant on order, so it will be coming. It will be here this weekend. I got too excited, y'all. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a fresh plant for the first time in my life up in this joint," but I think I went a little too big. Lakura RM, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Martin McKenna, oh wow, I'm honored to have you here, my brother. Thank you so much for joining us. And Todd, wow, it's good to see you again, my brother. It's good to see you. So yes, welcome to episode 3, Marshall Creates with Ecamm. We're in season 2, y'all. So this one is a good one. But first, I want to take care of some housekeeping. The first thing I want to share with you guys, you may have seen the email about it, you may have seen some posts about it, but our brother, Hank Russell, he needs our help, y'all. He needs our help. His studio burned down last week, unfortunately. So he lost almost $15,000 worth of equipment. So I just wanted to share the GoFundMe that Ecamm put together. All right, so this is what I love about Ecamm, y'all. That's why I'm honored to be partnered with Ecamm, because when something tragic like this happens, they were the first ones to step in and create this on behalf of Hank, because he's a video professional, he's a live streamer, so he uses Ecamm, he's in the family, so he put this together to help him rebound, y'all, help him get his studio back. Slowly but surely. So any little bit that you can contribute to the GoFundMe, it will definitely help. And I know Henry will be grateful. So here it is. And if Mr. Moderator, someone could link this in the comments, we'd appreciate it. So let's help Hank rebuild his studio, guys, so he can come back stronger than ever. So this can just be a little unfortunate blip in Hank's history, okay? So I know by the summertime, hopefully real soon, Hank will be back stronger than ever. So shout out to you, Hank. We love you, brother. We're here for you, and we got your back. All right. So yeah, guys, if you could head on over there, and it, like I said, anything helps. And also the second thing I wanted to share, I know David kind of mentioned it, is today we just wrapped day 4 of Ecamm Advanced with Alec Johnson. So this is a phenomenal Ecamm live training, and don't be intimidated by the word advanced. All right, don't be intimidated by the word advanced. Alec, he's a phenomenal teacher and trainer. He does a great job of breaking down these concepts, breaking down the features and functionality of Ecamm Live. So today he went over the virtual camera microphone. I know he did interview mode, and today I believe is the final day, but you can still register. Okay, you can still register. So head on over to Ecamm. Let me see. I know I have the scene. It's Ecamm. Let me see. Ecamm.tv /advanced. There it is right there. Ecamm.tv /advanced, and you'll be able to register. And he has tons of downloads and stuff that'll help you through. It's not just him talking, but he also has downloads and PDFs that'll help. Just compliments, and it goes along with what he's teaching. So there's no reason you would go through his training and have these resources and not know what you're doing with Ecamm. Okay, but if you don't, that's why we have the community. So you can always get your questions answered. All right. So check out Alec Johnson and Ecamm Advanced live every day. You still have time to register, so head on over to ecamm.tv /advanced. So guys, I just wanted to take care of those two pieces today. Well, before we get into the okay, here we are again. You want to register? It is completely free. Ecamm.tv /advanced. Yep. So 2 more sessions actually, guys. So another session tomorrow and the Zoom session on Monday. Okay. Awesome. Is it Piz? Peace? Great to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so this one is near and dear to my heart, guys. We're going to talk about how to make time for streaming, recording, content creation in general. Man, I feel like I could have several episodes about this because, 1, this is something that I've struggled with personally, and 2, on the productivity front, it's something that I guess I'm a self-proclaimed specialist at, and I've had to get that way because of my situation. So some of I'm married. I have 4 wonderful well-behaved children, right? So, and my kids are homeschooled. My wife works with me, in the business. So we're all home getting on each other's nerves all day, every day, y'all. So I've had to learn how to become productive and find time that I didn't think I had not only to record, but to just do my business, right? My design business and my coaching and training as well. So there are a lot of, I call them hacks that I've kind of developed. Some stuff that I've kind of pieced together from learnings of, and teachings of others. And some stuff that I've kind of developed on my own. So and if you're tuning in and you're part of my high value designer family, then you probably know some of these hacks already. But I have a few, because I have literally tons and tons. Like I have a whole download with a bunch of them, but I'm going to share a few with you guys today because I'll paint the picture. I mean, you get up. If you work from home, I mean, I know everybody's situation is different, but, if you have kids, you got to worry about breakfast, right? And then, if you're doing homeschool, that starts to get going. And then requests, depending on what the nature of your business is, if you work from home, even if you don't, but requests start coming in. So you start to get into reaction mode as opposed to being proactive, right? So, but something I've kind of learned how to do is get to a state where I'm being proactive, and when things pop up unexpectedly, I'm able to react and adjust accordingly. All right. But if you're like me, you probably felt like you never have time. There's never enough time. You're always behind, and you gotta figure this out, figure that out. You're doing the breakfast, homeschool, or maybe getting a little work done. You maybe have some meetings. Then you got to figure out lunch, right? Then let's say you got other meetings or something like this, or you streaming. So it's like, how do you avoid the stress and overwhelm and burnout that comes along with, just what we do every day, just in life and business with family. It seems like everything's so fast paced these days. That's why we have reels. That's why we have shorts, because everything's so fast paced and people want to consume things a lot more quickly. And also on the flip side, there's an expectation to create a lot more quickly as well. All right. But I made every mistake in the book, y'all. So I just want to give y'all some of my hacks that I've kind of developed over the years to kind of combat some of this overwhelm and stress that, that we deal with as creators. All right. Saying my whole head used to fit in the frame, but now it's cut off because I got the little bush going on, y'all. Yeah. So, okay. So I just wanted to give you a few hacks. So how do I find time to record, stream, do coaching sessions and things of that nature, all of which I use Ecamm, right? So we've kind of got a good system going, but honestly, it starts. I mean, you've heard some of this stuff before. It starts the previous day. So for example, if I know I have to do something content creation related the next day, I will plan it out the night before. And I'll go to sleep a bit early, which I do not like to do. I'll be completely honest. I've never admitted this. I don't like going to sleep early. When I say early, I mean 9:30, 10 o'clock. I like to stay up. I like to hang out. My wife and I, we may watch the NBA games, may catch a stand-up comedy, something. We like to hang out. And my wife, she's a night owl. So I don't like going to sleep early and leaving her up just, by herself. I mean, she's fine, but I don't like doing that. But if I know I have to record or stream or whatever the next day, I'll go to sleep early. Why? So I can get up early. So how early do I get up? It really depends. Usually between 3:30 and 4:30 at the latest. I know it sounds crazy, but this is what it takes, y'all. Sometimes this is what it takes. Why? Because I can get a few hours of work done, whether it's scripting, recording, editing. I can get some of that stuff done early before the kids wake up, right? Do it early before the kids wake up. So what I like to do is, for example, if I have a video I'm doing this right now, actually, I'll get up early and I'll script on one day. So it may take me an hour or two to knock out a good script for a video. The next day, because look, I'm not the type that, just based on the nature of my business, I can't do everything in one day just because I have other work to do. I have client work. I have, calls scheduled. I may have to take the car in and get an oil change, little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I tend not to be able to do everything in one day. I don't like to cram. So I like to kind of space things out content wise. So I may script one day. The next day, and early in the morning, I'll film the video. And then the next day or two, I will edit the video. So that's typically how it works for me. But it all starts with getting up early, because during the day, I'm not able to get that stuff done, like especially filming. I may be able to get the scripting done, maybe a little bit of editing during the day, but it's a lot of noise. To be quite honest with you, it's a lot of noise, and it's hard to focus. And this is another key, y'all. I'm jumping in, but let me say hey to you guys. Let me just check in. No extra comments. You guys can still hear me, okay? Right? Just let me know. Let me know you're still with me, guys. Let me know you're still with me. Cool. Yeah, we still in the building. Yep. So like I said, yeah, it gets noisy during the day, but this is something that I've had to learn. Our willpower is finite, right? Every day we have a certain amount of willpower where we feel like, oh yeah, it's nothing I can do. What's on my list? I'll knock it out right now. But that is finite, as I'm sure you know. Like I'll get to the point in a day where I don't care how minor the task is, I don't feel like doing it. I do not feel like doing it. I don't care if it's replying to an email or, sending somebody some logo files. I just reach a point where I'm just like, almost like a vegetable, like where it's like I just don't feel like doing it. So I have to take advantage of my willpower. So I like to get the hardest work done. And in most cases, it's when I'm recording content, doing something in that vein. But I like doing that. But I like to get the hardest work done, no matter what it is. You can apply this to not only content creation and recording and streaming, but just work in general. If you work from home, or just at a job, any type of work that you do the hardest things while your willpower is at its highest level and your energy is at its highest level. Because if your willpower is high but your energy is low, it's not going to work out, right? If your energy is high but you don't really have the willpower to work on whatever it is that you're supposed to be working on, then that's not going to work out. So I find that in the mornings when I first wake up, after I do my prayer and devotion, and that helps to get me grounded too, y'all. And, I may talk a little bit about that, but when my willpower is at its highest and my energy at its highest, I like to get the hardest things done. So when I do knock those things off of my list, then it gives me a little burst of energy and I feel more accomplished. And I feel like, okay, if anything was to pop up right now, unexpectedly, which something did this morning, I had a client of mine who has me on retainer. He hit me up. He said, "Hey man, we got a proposal, that we're working on, and they need this draft of something by 11 a.m. So mind you, this is at 9:00. So the thing is, of course, we all have our boundaries, and I had my business set up where it's like, okay, how far in advance you should request something from me, but I have the discretion where I could come through in the clutch as I see fit for my clients, especially if I'm on retainer and things like that. So that's what I decided to do. I said, you know what? I got it. Don't worry about it. It's handled. So we were working on that, and it actually went a bit over. But that's something that I wasn't expecting. You could plan your days out to a T, but something always comes up that you didn't expect, right? Something always comes up that you didn't expect. So there's 2 to 3 hours I didn't account for yesterday, but I was able to handle it. And that brings me back to another one of my points. And this is all about productivity and how to find time, right? Getting grounded. So whatever your higher power is, even if you just do some meditation, whatever it is that you do, whatever you believe in, I'm a Christian. So I get up, I do my prayer. I got a brand new Bible down here, because I left my other one at home in Maryland. So I was excited about getting into this men's study Bibles, reading that this morning. And it just put me in a mental state where I felt like I can handle anything, and anything that comes up, I'll greet it with joy, right? So it's all about how you approach things as well, because typically, let's say this happened yesterday when I wasn't as grounded in the morning. I didn't get up yesterday till 7 something, right? I didn't get up as early. So if that would have popped up yesterday, I would have been pissed off. Honestly, I'd be like, oh, of course, something else. I don't have time to do that today. I probably would have told him I can't do it, and he would have understood most likely because he knew it was a stretch by asking. But that's just a way, if you're in a service-based business, to look like a rock star when you do come through in the clutch for your clients. Not to say that you just gotta, you still want to have your boundaries. You still want to have your boundaries, and just don't do anything that pops on your plate, and don't make sure you just set the expectations, because you don't want your clients to think that, oh, I can just ask them for anything at any point and they'll just do it right away. But if you're in business, you probably already know that. But in this case, I decided to do it, right? But the fact that it came through today, and I felt like it was a test. I felt like it was God testing me, like, okay, let's see how grounded you are today. When I drop this on your plate, see how you handle it, how you take care of it. So that really helps. Getting up, if you do some meditation, I do prayer. I read my Bible, read a devotional. I have this devotional right here. Love this. It's like a daily devotional, so that helps to get me grounded. So and it also helps to put me in more of a flow state as well. That's another one of my tips. You want to try to enter into a flow state. So what is a flow state? It's a state of mind, or like a state of being, where you know how like you can just work on something for hours and hours and you don't even realize how much time has passed. Like, that's when you're in the flow state. With me, it doesn't happen as often as I would like it to. It doesn't happen as often as it used to, I guess, because there's just so many distractions and my mind is kind of all over the place. But what I try to do now is I'm a lot more intentional about trying to enter into a flow state where I could just work and work and work very intensely, and I'm very focused. There are no distractions that are pulling me off course, right? So how do I do that? So here's another tip, y'all. I listen to my noise canceling headphones sometimes, but I listen to music without lyrics. And this is a tip. This is what I tell my designers. I know we love our music. We love the lyrics, right? I listen to Future or whatever, and we find ourselves singing along to the song, and then like, okay, I want to, that song reminds me of this song. Let me find this song to put on. It's like, nah, I just have certain songs, and I have a playlist actually that I have where there are no lyrics, and maybe a little bit of jazz in there. I'm into I'm a piano. It's South African like house music. I'm into that. There's some classical, and also this is a tip, and I'm gonna share this. Let me pull it up on the screen. There's an app that I've been using for a couple of months called Endel. I think it's Endel or Endel, and I highly recommend this app. Let me share it with you guys. It's not much to show right now, but I mainly use it on my phone, but I also have it on my iPad. But it's a Mac app as well. It's called Endel, or Endel. So they have these different what they call scenarios, right? Deep work, chill, self-care, homework, and this is a bonus tip, y'all. Bonus tip alert. And it depends on your sleeping situation as well, because it might bother your spouse. But they have sleep mode where it's like ambient noise. It is music, but it's very light, right? And then when it's time to wake up, it wakes you up gently. And all it does is just play whatever it's playing. There's like a sound that it has where it'll kind of pick up the pace of the sound. Just enough to wake you up, and it doesn't really bother your spouse, but you probably have to test that on your own. And if you don't sleep with anyone, you don't have to worry about that. But it's very gentle, and it's been a game changer for me, y'all. For that alone, honestly, for waking me up, because you wake up a lot more energized as opposed to being interrupted out of your sleep with a typical alarm, right? It's beautiful. Like if you get it and you use it, you'll see what I mean when I say it is beautiful. So this is one that I use, and I use the deep work. So it's just like music, but it's not necessary. It's almost like AI music in a way. It's hard to explain. Of course, I can't play it here, but like I'll hit deep work on here. And, I'll do 60 minutes and I'll do start, and it'll count down. You may be able to hear a little bit in the background. Okay, yeah, stop. I mean, you can't hear it, but it'll just count down. And then the way it ends, it kind of ends the same way as the alarm does when it wakes you up. But this has been a game changer for me for not only deep work, and it uses science, y'all, to create these sounds. And depending on your situation, like if you want to do chill or power nap or whatever, it'll use the science to know, okay, these are the sounds that they need to hear in order to reach the most optimal state for this specific task. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. Let's just look at the Let's look at the website real quick. So Endel.io. Soundscapes. Yeah, that's the best word for it. Personalized soundscapes help you focus, relax, and sleep, backed by neuroscience. So I'm going to be honest. I saw a bunch of ads for this for a while, probably a couple months before I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. And once I did, I was like, oh, this is dope. This is really dope. See, I haven't done anything like this. I don't really get drawn in by like celebrity stuff. Like, oh, let me try that because of this celebrity. It's like, nah. But as you can see, look, all of the partnerships that they have. This is a game changer alone, y'all. If y'all get anything from this, I would definitely pick up this. If you're like me and you need help focusing sometimes, especially during the day. All right. So definitely check out Endel. So something else that I do, y'all, that may help, and everybody's situation is different. So my youngest son, Jace, he's 3. I make sure that if I have to record or if I'm live, like even right now, this time is perfect because this is nap time. So I'm sure to get things done. I'm sure to get things done, content creation related during nap time. So like how this stream is scheduled, this weekly show is scheduled is perfect because this is Jason's nap time. So I know he's not up and he's not cutting up. So I mean, if you're a parent, I'm sure you already know, you have your kids' nap times. If they take naps, kind of schedule where maybe you get a breather, but maybe you say, look, instead of taking a nap myself or trying to chill out myself, maybe I should go ahead and record something or script something or use that time accordingly. Okay. Something else that I do is I track my time, and I use an app called Toggle. It's TOGGL, no E. Okay. TOGGL. So let me show you guys what that looks like. But this has been a game changer as well. I got a lot of game changers for you guys today because these are things that's helped me tremendously with my productivity. Time tracking, easy, powerful, and frictionless. So they have a couple different apps, but the main one is their track app. So I'm actually using it right now. I use it all the time. So can you guys see this? So everything that I do, I track my time. So this is the task I was talking about earlier that kind of dropped on my plate out of nowhere. But as you can see, I track my time because the thing about tracking your time is it will keep you honest. And before I started tracking my time, you couldn't tell me I wasn't working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. And I started tracking my time and I was like, okay, I'm really working about 20 hours. I would have never known. Why? Because things pop up. We may be sitting down to complete a task, and next thing you know, we're scrolling on Facebook, Instagram. We're replying to comments on social media. That's not work time. It's not. For most of us, unless you're a social media manager, that's why I recommend only replying to comments and stuff like that during set times. Like reply to your emails, at a set time of day, reply to your social media comments at another time of day. But, to each his own. I'm not even active on social media mainly because of this. Like I'm very protective over my time because I'm a people person. I like people. I like responding to people. I like responding to everybody. I like responding to DMs, and it can get overwhelming. And I can find myself at the end of the day realizing I didn't get anything done today, right? So you have to be a lot more protective over your time. I don't want to use the word pushover, but don't be that person that just says yes to everything, every request that comes your way, every interview request, unless you just got time like that. But everything that you say yes to, you're saying no to something else. And that no could be content creation. That no could be live streaming. That no could be recording that video that you need to get out because somebody needs to hear it. I'm speaking to myself as well. I say yes far too often, even to this day, but I still have some things that I do to make sure that I'm as productive as possible with the time that I have. All right. So Toggle Track is a game changer because it will allow you to track your time no matter what you're doing. And you can set up these different projects, right? So you can categorize them accordingly. So if I have retainer clients, it allows me to track my time for them and then send them a report at the end of the month of how much time I've used So this is, when I was doing the promo videos for Ecamm Live, I track my time, everything that I do, right? So I like to say, okay, it took me 80 hours for this video, right? 60 hours. Okay, my time is coming down. I'm getting more efficient at these videos. So it allows you to have that data to go off of as well. And it keeps you honest, like I said. And if let's say your mouse isn't moving for like 5-10 minutes, it'll say, hey, you've been idle for 10 minutes. What do you want to do with this time? Do you want to discard it, or were you working and you want to keep it? Maybe you're working on your iPad, or maybe you had a phone call or something that you do want to keep that time where you were working. And it also interfaces with apps as well, where it could break down, okay, you had 5 hours in the Ecamm Live app, 5 hours in Final Cut Pro, things like that as well. But I don't have all of that. I just literally type in what I'm doing. And then select the client, and then hit the play button, and then I stop when I'm done, right? So I love tracking my time because you're a lot more productive when you see how your time is being spent. And this is full transparency into how your time is being spent. Even like little things that I may do for my family, design related. It's like, hey, Marsh, can you do me a quick flyer or this and that? I'll still track that time to see how much time is being devoted to those types of things, okay? So thanks for the recommendations. No doubt. I told you I got a lot of tips, y'all. I got a lot of tips. But yeah, feel free to chime in, you guys, and let me know what productivity apps and things that you guys like, because like I said, I could talk about this stuff for hours and hours and hours, because I've tried a lot, I've discarded a lot, and I've learned a lot as well, over the years, just trying to be a lot more productive. So yeah, this one is Toggle. So another tip, y'all, is to I don't want to say cut out social media. I would say modify your social media uses. Be a lot more intentional about how your time is being used. And I don't want to say I'm a victim, but I'm someone who's not good at not being on social media. So I have to basically like yank it away, like restrict my access to it. So what I've done is I removed Instagram from my phone. I've removed Facebook from my phone. I've removed Twitter from my phone as well. And I can only access it on the computer. So when I've gotten out of the habit of just pulling out my phone and just scrolling, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm bored or, want a quick dopamine hit or whatever. You've seen the videos on YouTube about that. I mean, that's how the stuff works. That's how they make money. These companies, Facebook is almost $1 trillion company. And it's free. How? Because of, they sell ads. And I love ads personally. I love them. That's how I found Endo. That's how I found the chair that I'm sitting in. But they are, we're the product. It's an attention economy. They want our attention, and they're very, very good at getting our attention, y'all, especially mine. I don't have the mental fortress some people may have to just ignore it and not go to it. So I make it a bit harder for me to access and get on. And if you do have Facebook, and you can use an app it's an extension, and I believe it works for Chrome, called Feed Eradicator. It's called Feed Eradicator. It is an extension. I don't have it installed. I will show it to you. I don't have it installed right now, but I did for a while. So what it does is when you log onto Facebook on your computer, you don't have a timeline. So it's nothing to really scroll down and look at. It just says, hey, it's Feed Eradicator. But you still have the ability to go to your page, go to your groups and things like that. So your time is a lot more productive on Facebook rather than scrolling. But if scrolling is something that you would like to do, or if you like to stay abreast of what people have going on in their lives and stuff like that, you can definitely you go to their page, or you don't have to install that. But that's one that I like to use as well, Feed Eradicator. So we talked a bit about deep work sessions. So if you don't know what deep work is, I definitely recommend you picking up Cal Newport's book called Deep Work. But that's, like kind of what we already talked about, getting into a flow state and knocking something out, like just attacking it with all of your energy and all of your focus. And I found that once I started tracking my time, that was the key, honestly. Starting to track my time, I would say, okay, this is a deep work session for 60 minutes, whatever. I like to do 60. Some people use the Pomodoro technique where you do 25 minutes of work, take a 5-minute break, and then do another 25 minutes. And then another 5 minutes. I don't like doing that because I feel like 25 minutes isn't long enough for what I need to do. But if I say, hey, I'm working for 60 minutes straight, I want to set a specific thing that I'm going to get done in that 60 minutes and just get it done. Sometimes it may take me over the 60 minutes. And if it does, that's okay. But something that Kobe Bryant said that resonated with me, and this has kind of helped me because me by nature, I'm not a ruthless like worker. You know what I'm saying? I like to chill. You know, I get comfortable. To be honest, my wife, she's the opposite. She's like ruthless. You know, we came up different. She's from the hood. I'm from the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So she has that different type of like dog mentality, like get it done. But something that Kobe Bryant said that really kind of helped to shift me into that mindset was he said, rest at the end, not in the middle. Rest at the end, not in the middle. So I keep that in mind. Sometimes, of course, you like to break stuff up, but when I always think about that, it's like, wow. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, well, I'll just go to sleep now so I can get up and do the rest. But she's like, nah, go ahead, knock it out now. Just work until it's done. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of that Mamba mentality, like rest at the end, not in the middle. So that's something that's kind of helped as well when it comes to specifically the deep work sessions and just getting things done. Where if you don't break things up, because there's a switching cost as well when it comes to stopping the task and then having to start it back up. You have to get yourself there mentally to get back on task. That adds up, y'all. That time adds up. So if you work very intensely and you focus and you don't have distractions, you can get things done a lot more quickly. And that frees up more time to record and stream. So I'm tying it all in here, but this stuff, hopefully these tips should help you not only with the content creation, the streaming and recording, but also just in general in life and business as well, okay? Yes, thank you for sharing Deep Work by Cal Newport. Thoughts on systems like Notion? So this is, I don't want to say this is somewhere I'm not versed in. I've tried Notion. I've actually used Notion for a while, but I'm not a Notion expert. There are some people out here that are literally Notion experts. They know all the functions and the shortcuts and all of that. It was a little too complicated for me. If you've been around me enough or seen me, and you know I like to keep things super simple, like toggle, like it's literally a play button. You know what I'm saying? A play button, a stop button. I like things super simple, y'all. That's what gravitated. That's what gravitated me towards Ecamm. So Notion was just a little too complex when it came to really me using it the way I would like to use it. So what I use is Evernote. I use Evernote. It's simple. It's like Apple Notes, just with a few more features. I love Evernote. So that's where, you know, if I'm planning out a video, if I'm planning out a Marshall Creates episode, I'll use Evernote. So that's what I use. Dedicated YouTube login, TV, tablet to learn Ecamm and streaming. This is the way we keep our algorithms on track. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's a good tip as well. Like keeping what you are searching for, like keeping that in the same, I guess, general this general topics or whatever. So your YouTube feed isn't just littered with a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, even though I've been guilty of that. You know, I may have some, it was a period, y'all, where I was looking at mansions. I love those house tours. There's a YouTuber named Ennis Yo Mazer. Love those house tours. You read the $30-40 million mansions. I just, you know, something about them, you know, it just put me in a different mind state. I love looking at those. So, you know, get a little bit of that with some podcasts, some motivational videos, some tech videos. So a big mix, but now it's kind of gotten a bit more refined. Let me make sure. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, y'all. So let's get on to a couple more tips. Woo, we 40 minutes in already. Okay. Another thing you got to realize it's never going to be convenient. It's never going to be convenient to stream. I had to learn this the hard way, y'all. It took me a lot longer to get it than it should have. It's never going to be convenient. It's never going to be the perfect time, the perfect day to do your content, to find the time. So you kind of have to bully it. You have to bully it away from whoever has it in his clutches. Like, no, I'm going to, even if it means phone calls go unanswered, emails go unanswered for a little bit, of course. Just make sure it's not an emergency. But you kind of have to steal that time for yourself. I had to learn this, y'all, because my job as a designer, as a coach and trainer is literally to give my time away to other people. I literally sell my time to other folks. So it's like I answer to 8 to 10 people at once all the time. Like that's been my job. And had some conversations with my wife, like some deep conversations, like this is what I do, this is what I signed up for. But sometimes you got to let the clients know, this is gonna have to wait. It's gonna take me a little bit longer to do this because I have some personal things that I'm working on, or just they'll understand a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? They'll understand. Of course, it depends on your own situation and the nature of your business. If you have a business, if you have a job, I know just know that I'm coming from the perspective of an entrepreneur, somebody who works from home. So if you have a job, just take what you can and discard what doesn't apply to you, because you may not be able to tell your boss, no, I can't do that because I'm I'm recording my content. But use common sense, okay? You should know the perspective that I'm coming from. But yeah, use what applies to you and discard what doesn't. All right, so things I do, and I'm not perfect, y'all. I still I'm a work in progress. I just wanted to share some things. I made this list, things I still do to this day, and I catch myself. So some of my guilty pleasures, like I check TMZ. I don't know why I do that, but that's one of my guilty pleasures. Googling random stuff. Like, for example, where is Dennis Schroeder from? I don't know if any of you guys watch basketball, but there's a player named Dennis Schroeder on the Lakers. He had a very interesting accent. I was like, where is this guy from? You know what I'm saying? What NBA games are coming on tonight? Checking to see how my videos are performing on my channel. Checking to see how my videos are performing on Ecamm's channel. Checking my affiliate referral numbers. I'm on Amazon looking for stuff, trying to figure out what I want to eat for lunch. So these are the little things that we tend to do subconsciously and pretty often, not realizing that it's wasting time, y'all. It's wasting time. Some stuff has to get done, but like I said, if you start tracking your time, you'll realize how much time you're wasting, and you'll start to create more time blocks and be honest and honest with your time blocks. Like, okay, this time is dedicated to recording. This is the time I'm going to use to record. I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be doing that. Checking with NBA games are tonight. That can wait till after I'm done recording. All right. So those are the main things I wanted to share with you guys. Schroeder, I know. Oh my gosh, yo, Hank. Oh, what's good, Hank? It's good to see you, my brother. We praying for you. Excuse the background noise, man. But yeah, I shared the GoFundMe earlier in the stream. We're thinking of you, man. We can definitely, we definitely are sending our prayers and our love your way so you can get that studio rebuilt, my man. So it's good to see you. But I was saying, my wife and I were just saying, it's like, sure, he doesn't seem like he fits on the Lakers, even though he does his thing. He's a great player, but I feel like he should be with a different team. He should be with a different team. Former Atlanta Hawk from Germany. Yes, I found that out. I did find that out. He was from Germany, a black guy from Germany. You don't see that too often, but it blew my mind, and it was very cool to find that out. So I learned that as well. So yeah, just those are the main things I wanted to share with you guys. But let me just scroll down my master list that I have in my PDF. We talked about time blocking, listening to music without lyrics. Let me see here. Wake up early. Yup, we talked about that. Using timers. Also, limiting your inputs while trying to output. That kind of goes into what I talked about when I was talking about the music without lyrics. Like, what I used to do when I would wake up early is I would be working, but I would be listening to an audio book or watching YouTube. I still do it from time to time, but if I need all of my mental capacity to do what I'm doing, especially if you're recording, you're not going to be doing this, but let's say you're scripting, for example, you need to limit those inputs so you can be a lot more focused on what you're doing. You just don't want to be distracted by, what someone is saying, or, whatever video you're watching or audiobook, even though you have good intentions, right? Listen to audiobook while I work, but it may take you a lot longer to get done what you need to get done if you're doing that. You may not even realize, look, it could take you 2 hours of scripted video where it may have taken you an hour if you weren't listening to the audiobook. You see what I'm saying? So I would rather you do the hour with no audiobook or no YouTube and then spend that other hour listening to the audiobook or watching YouTube. So your focus is completely on the task that you're working on. All right. Talking about removing the timeline from your Facebook using Newsfeed Eradicator, doing the hardest thing first. Or you could do the easiest things first, to get some quick wins, knock some stuff off your list. But I like to do the hardest things first just so I can feel a lot more accomplished, because I can't stand getting to the end of the day and looking at my to-do list and realizing I didn't get the main things that I needed to get done. And then they just drag on to the next day, then the next day, and I feel unaccomplished, So what that does to my mental is, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Working on one thing until completion. So that's rest at the end and not in the middle. And also, you might want to try working overnight. I don't necessarily like doing this, but I have done this on several occasions to get things done, to get some recording done, to get some videos edited. I've done this probably more with Ecamm than anything else, because your stuff needs to get done. Stuff needs to get done that people need it. So you might have to cram. You might have to do something overnight. So, of course, this isn't an all-encompassing list, but this is stuff that I've actively tried. This is stuff that I actively do, and it's helped me find the time to record, to stream, because I still, I may not stream all the time on YouTube, not publicly facing, but I have groups, couple groups, design groups, coaching and stuff that I do where I'll stream there. So this is how I find the time to do that. With a thriving business, with a wife, with, not that my wife takes up a bunch of my time. I don't want to make it seem like it's a burden or anything, but, with a wife and kids, everyone home, and we in each other's face all the time. As you just heard, my young children. So this is, these are just a few tips on how I'm able to find time to record. But I want to hear what tips you guys have. So feel free to, share them in the comments. Because I'm always looking for more productivity hacks, y'all. Just ways that I can be a lot more efficient, because I used to be the guy that complained that I never had enough time to do what I wanted to do. Then I realized, okay, you do have the time, especially when I started tracking my time. You have the time, you just have to be a lot more strategic with it. And sometimes you have to bully that time. You have to bully it away from whoever has it, whether it's YouTube, whether it's, clients or whatever. You have to steal some of that time for yourself. So that's something that I've kind of been a lot more intentional about recently. So let me know your thoughts, guys. What tips do you guys have? Oh, no doubt, Hank. No doubt. Awesome. Glad it was helpful. Yes. So if you guys have any tips, definitely drop them in the comments. And I'll be sure to look at them. Cool. Just know, man, we're all a work in progress. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. It's never going to be convenient really to do anything. I'm thinking about the to-do list that I have today. Then my father-in-law called me. So he's actually called me about Ecamm. So he wants to do a recording with a guest. I'm like, oh, you need interview mode. So call me later and we'll go through how to use interview mode, because that'll be a lot cooler, a lot more professional than Zoom, or recording a Zoom session with the other gentleman. So that's something that's been added to my list, but I'm greeting it with joy, y'all. And Ecamm makes it dope, makes it simple. So I'll gladly walk my senior citizen father-in-law through how to use Ecamm. He's been using it every week, y'all, to stream his service on his own. I'm proud of him with Ecamm on his Facebook page. So yeah, just another reason Ecamm is the best, because our senior citizen in-laws and parents and stuff can use Ecamm. Yes. Boom. I love it. Yeah, it's almost like I'm single or something. Like, I have no kids. I wake up super early if I'm working overnight. It's like, oh snap, kids upstairs sleep. So I definitely get it. It's no distractions. It's not even just family, but like emails coming in, phone calls coming in. You got to figure out food and all of that. And we're getting better at that, because we was DoorDash's number one customer during the pandemic. So it's like, oh, what you want to eat today? What you want to eat for breakfast? What you want? But we're picking back up now that we have a home base now. Well, at least here in Florida, picking back up on cooking and a lot more. So that'll help. So we have to figure out lunch and dinner and stuff all the time. So Well, cool guys. It was great seeing everyone. Cotton Tops Unite for Ecamm Live. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, so yep, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to March Creates. Please be sure to hit that like button and share this with your friends, your family, other Ecamm users. And if you're not in the Ecamm family, you're watching this, what are you waiting for? Come on now. We're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. And please be sure to hit up Hank's GoFundMe. You can find the link in the comments and likely in the description here soon. So we can help him get his studio back up and running after that devastating house fire. And don't forget to register for Ecamm Advanced. It's ecamm.tv/advanced. A couple more days on there. You get some great tutorials. Like I said, don't be intimidated by the word advanced. It's just what we need in 2022. We're doing everything big this year, 2023. We're not doing anything scared. You know, we're not playing small. We're doing everything big. So go ahead and register for Ecamm Advanced and set yourself apart. All right. So thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.